or we can say it is a testing tools, software testing or testing tools. So in this course, so today topic which I am going to explain to you, what are the topics we are going to cover. So route map for the what are the how many days we are going to take, how we are going to get the notes and the recording sessions, that kind of information I will provide to you first. Okay, try to understand. If I go for the course here, software testing, or we can say testing tools it is. So in this course mainly we have the two modules we have major concepts. Module 1, which you have the manual testing. The module 2, which you have the automation testing. Module 1 is manual testing, module 2 is automation testing. In this module 1, manual testing, what are the concepts we are going to discuss? First, I'm going to explain to you. Introduction to software testing. That means what is software testing? What are the advantages of software testing? So types of software testing, what is manual testing, what is an automation testing, these concepts. This is the introduction to software testing. After introduction to software testing, I will go and explain to you introduction to the software. Even though you don't have the any knowledge on IT, so I will go and explain here from the scratch, from the base, what is software program, what is software, types of software, who is client, what is the environment, what are the different kind of softwares are there. These things we are going to discuss. After that, in software company, how it is going to be developed. So next, software development life cycle. SDLC, software development life cycle. Then SDLC related concepts. Like while developing software, what are the common problems are going to get? When to start testing activities? So what is the difference between quality assurance and a quality control? Where software testing comes under? This kind of concepts we are going to discuss in the SDLC related concepts. After that month, we discuss about the SDLC methodologies, or we can say models we are going to call. First one, waterfall model. Second one is V model. V model. Third one is Agile Scrum methodology. Waterfall model, V model, and Agile Scrum methodology. That's the models which we are going to discuss. Now, trendy one is Agile Scrum methodology. After that, we have the testing methodologies, such as white box testing, availability. Second one is black box testing, BBT. Third one is gray box testing. The testing methodologies: whiteboard testing, blackboard testing, gray box testing. After that, we go for the different kind of testing levels in software development life cycle. What are the different kind of testing levels are there? First one is unit testing. First one, unit testing. Second one is integration testing. Third one is system testing. Fourth one is user acceptance test. That is user acceptance test. A different kind of testing levels. In these testing levels only where we are going to discuss about the top-down approach, bottom-up approach, hybrid approach, functionality testing, system testing. In the system testing, you have the functional testing, performance testing, security testing, compatibility testing, usability testing, user interface testing, installation testing. These are all the things which we are going to discuss during these testing levels, like alpha test, beta testing. These are the things which we are going to discuss. Okay. After that, we have the some miscellaneous testing techniques. Miscellaneous testing techniques such as about retesting, regression testing, smoke test. So we are not only explaining the subject here, where we are going to discuss about them. So interview wanted questions also, how we have to deliver in the real time, how we are going to perform, how these activities are going to be done. In a practical orientation way, we are going to discuss it is. So sanity test, then informal testing techniques like ad hoc testing, exploratory testing, then risk or priority based testing. Now the different kind of testings are there which we are going to discuss. After these concepts are covered, then we go for the software testing life cycle. That is STLC, software testing life cycle. Software testing life cycle. Okay. In the software testing life cycle, where we are going to discuss a first one about test planning, test design, scenarios, test cases, use case, types of test cases, test case design techniques, test case design techniques, using RTM, requirements traceability matrix. So these things. Then we go for the test execution levels, defect management, defect template, defect template, priority and severity of the defect, bug life cycle, finally test to closure activity. So these are the manual testing topics which we are going to discuss. So after this portion is completed, so here I will going to show to you. So real-time project related documents. So using the real-time templates, how to identify the test scenarios, then how to prepare the test scenarios for real-time projects, test cases, how to prepare the test data. These things we are going to discuss. After this portion is completed, where I will going to take the one session on intervented session on manual testing concepts. Intervented session on manual testing concepts. Okay. So after the module 2, we have the automation testing concepts. Here, tool 1, first I'm going to explain the one Jira. It is a defect reporting tool, which I'm going to explain. Jira. Then tool 2, Selenium WebDriver is a functionality testing tool. This automation tool means generally Selenium WebDriver. Here we are going to learn the core Java concepts will be discussed. Then WebDriver. So in this we are going to discuss about the in WebDriver. When I am going to start the automation testing, I will going to explain to you detailed way, like what are the content, what are the frameworks we are going to discuss. So what are the other tools along with Selenium we are going to learn. So like along with WebDriver, we are going to learn the Maven, Jenkins. Maven is the build management tool. Jenkins is the CI tool, continuous integration tool. GitHub repository, GitHub repository, okay, GitHub repository. Then we are going to discuss about the Cucumber framework, TestNG framework, data-driven framework, keyword-driven framework. These are the things we are going to discuss in the Selenium, right? Now here, so manual testing portion, which I am going to explain to you around the 20 to 25 days, where we are going to discuss the manual testing portion, whereas automation testing, which we are going to discuss, so 30 to 35 days we are going to discuss. Whereas class timings are going to be 8 to 9 p.m. IST. We'll have the 5 days a week. So initially this week and next week we'll have the only 5 days a week. So, but sometimes if it is required, then Saturday also I'm going to take it is. Officially 5 days it is there. Saturdays unofficial it is. If you have or not. like 5 days a week. Then every day 1 hour it is. That is 5 days a week means no. Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday we have the class. Then class notes. So whatever class notes I'm going to explain to you, that notes will be very detailed notes it is. Whatever topics I covered on the day, corresponding notes I am going to share in the WhatsApp. I will create the WhatsApp group. So daily, what are the topics I covered? The corresponding notes I'm going to share in the WhatsApp. So what about recorded sessions? So every live class will be recorded, that will be published in the Google Drive. So that link will be shared to you. So daily you can want to watch it if you have any doubts, or you may miss 1 or 2 classes. So you can watch there. The recordings are going to be available there. The notes and the Google Drive link after registration only you are going to get it easily. Classes from which date it going to start. The classes are going to start today onwards only. Demo means there is no unnecessary things. I am not going to explain mainly. We talk the subject only more. Okay. So subject is going to today only it is. We don't. I don't want to waste the time for your time and my time also. Recorded sessions are going to be like this. I'm going to provide. And one more thing here. Every weekend, some assignment will be given to you. Every Friday, I will going to give the some questions to you, where you have to prepare the answers for those questions. Okay, in your words. My notes is that don't do copy paste. You have to prepare the answers for those questions in your uh, words, and that has to be shared in the WhatsApp only to me. Okay, so that is an important one. If you want to get a job, sir, now some students have some doubts. So let me ask the one by one student. Any doubts are there? Let me know it is so that I can clarify your doubts. Aditya, do you have any doubts by here? Before going to the topic, as I said, the manual testing, automation testing. Manual testing, 75% is theoretical orientation. Learning all about the testing related vocabulary. Whereas test cases preparation, test data preparation, test syllabus identification, this is only practical orientation during the manual testing. Coming to the automation testing, it is completely practical orientation. It is completely practical orientation. We may have, so every day you need to practice. Manual testing, every day you spend 15 to 20 minutes of time to read the notes which are explained, that is sufficient. But coming to the automation testing, it is mandatory that every day you need to practice for the at least 30 to 45 minutes of time you have to spend. To practice software required or not, during the automation testing class, I will go and explain to you. Either Jira you want to get or Selenium you want to get in our system. So from where we have to download, how to set up the software environment in our system for our practicing purpose will be explained. Okay. That is what the session. So how we are going to maintain. Right now. Now, it is daily 1 hour session it is. So, class is not yet over. Still we have the class. Okay. Now, Aditya, do you have any doubts? No? You can use the chat box if you have any doubt, or you try to unmute your mic. You can ask me. I will clarify your doubts. Hemant, yes, when WhatsApp group will be created.
సార్ వాట్సాప్
So,
గ్రూప్ ఎప్పుడు క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది అదే నా డౌట్.
WhatsApp group, once the registration are completed, I will create
ఓకే సార్, ఓకే.
after registration because we don't know no, to who is going to register, who is not going to register. That's the reason.
ఓకే సార్, డెమో క్లాసెస్ ఎన్ని రోజులు ఉంటాయి? డెమో క్లాసెస్.
Demo class means that means we have only free class. Demo class means.
ఓకే.
So today and tomorrow we'll have the free classes. You can attend.
ఓకే సార్, ఓకే. అంటే సార్ మేము
What?
ప్యాకేజ్ స్టూడెంట్స్, మేము అందుకే నేను ప్యాకేజ్ స్టూడెంట్.
You continue, but there is no demo means unless it subject will going to start it is. Demo
ఓకే
means
సార్.
only free classes allowed. That is the other students. Okay.
ఓకే సార్.
Okay. So Hemant, okay. Aditya, are you able to hear me? Any doubts are there? Likita, మీరు అన్మ్యూట్ చేయాలి. అన్మ్యూట్ చేసి యూ కెన్ స్పీక్ టు మీ. ఓకే. నో క్వశ్చన్స్ లిఖిత. ఓకే. పూజ, నో డౌట్స్. రామంత్, సాహితి.
నో సార్, నో డౌట్ సార్, క్లియర్.
ఓకే. ఓకే.
No doubts.
సృజన, ఓకే. ఐ నో ఇట్ ఈస్. ఓకే. ఓకే. మనోజ్ఞ, దే వాంట్ టు సే సంథింగ్?
No doubts, but I want to ask how will you provide the registration link?
Don't worry about the registration link, payment link. Management is going to take care. They are going to ask you to pay in that chat box. They are going to provide to you tomorrow or today itself. Don't worry. But tomorrow also same link it is. Okay. So they're going to take care and they're going to ask the fees how to pay it. Okay. Now this is the just course content I explained. The next simmer. Today we are going to start the first topic in software testing, that is introduction to software testing. So what are the topics we are going to cover in this each topic? In this introduction to software testing, where I want to explain to you what is the meaning of software testing. What are the advantages of software testing? So software testing, advantages of software testing, difference among the error, defect, bug and failure, difference among the error, defect, bug and failure. Then some of the major activities in software company, like what is coding, what is testing, defect reporting, debugging, bug fixing. These are the major activities. And types of software testing, like what is manual testing, what is an automation testing. So these are the concepts which we are going to cover in this introduction to software testing. Sima, course is very simple. In detailed way will be explained. Suppose if you have any doubt when I'm explaining, try to give the message in the chat box, or you can unmute your mic, so you can ask me, I will go to clarify. Or in the middle also, you can, in the middle, you may got the doubt when you're reading the notes. So I'm going to give my WhatsApp number. You can send the message to me, so that if it is possible to explain the WhatsApp, I will explain. Or next day, I will go on to clarify your doubts. Same way, automation testing when you are practicing. You got doubt, then don't stuck there only. What you have to do, you have to take the photo in WhatsApp, you send to me. So if it is possible, I will go to give immediately clarification to you. Okay, instead of waiting up to tomorrow class. Okay, like that. There's a doubts clarification is going to be. Okay. Now, first thing. So what is the meaning of software application? What is the meaning of software application? Now, set of instructions or programs. Set of instructions or programs to perform particular business transactions in a system. Set of instructions or programs to perform particular business transactions in a system. Example, if I go for the business areas, I'm showing it is banking, insurance, telecom, healthcare, ERP, enterprise resource planning. ERP means enterprise resource planning. ERP, these are the different kind. E-commerce. So these are comes under different kind of business areas. These are the different kind of business areas. Okay. So now let me go for the example like this. Some software I'm talking about. ICICIbank.com. What is that now? ICICIbank.com. Now, which business purpose it is going to be used? Banking related transactions. That is nothing but where we are going to call more domain. Business area. A business area which we have, that we are going to call domain. Okay. To whom it is? For ICICI Bank. Nothing but a client. ICICI Bank is nothing but a client. Right now. That means who is given the requirements to develop the software? That is the ICICI Bank. Clear? Now, how the software is going to develop in the company? Let me show to you. Now, here is the one software company is there. Let us assume that Infosys company is there. Infosys. Where? Software development. Now, this company, whenever they want to develop the software, they need some inputs. The output of this one is software. Output will be software. ICICIbank.com. Right. The inputs is client business require. What purpose software required? Client business requirements. That means what type of operations client want to do in the software, that information required. Right. So that information given here like this. A new customer registration. Customer registration. Bill payment. Fund transfer. Change password. Like this information will be provided to the software company. Okay, these are the inputs. Suppose who is client here? ICICI Bank. So they are going to say that I need software to do this kind of transactions. According, the software company is going to develop the software. Whenever software developed here, the software directly not delivered to the client. What they will do, they are going to deliver the software to the separate testing team. Nowadays, every organization will maintain the separate separate testing team. Separate testing team where testings are going to be involved. We are going to involve. So here, one software developed that is going to be released to the separate testing. Now they have to go for the testing. Test the software as per client business requirements. Whatever requirements are given by the client, all the requirements are covered or not in the software. This is what we are going to call software testing. So now you are not going to test the application as per your requirements. So whatever requirements are given by the client, those requirements are the inputs to you. These documents, project related documents which are there here, so these things are going to be provided to the test engineers. So once you got the project related documents, what we do here, so first we have to go for the review on project related documents. That's the first activity. After review on project related documents, then we identify test scenarios. Third, prepare test cases. So as per this documents, then we go for testing it is. Understand where our software testing comes. Once software developed, that will be given to you where we go for the testing it is. Where we go for the testing. Clear. Now, from here, what we can say, what is software testing means? Everything you have to feel the subject right. It's not difficult software testing. Simple concept. Follow the notes which I am given. Try to understand. Software testing. In simple, we can say that it is a process. It is a process. Use it to identify. It is a process. Use it to identify correctness, completeness, and to measure quality of developed software. Software testing is a process used to identify correctness, completeness, and to measure quality of developed software. Or software testing performed. Software testing performed to ensure client business requirements in developed software. So software testing performed to ensure client business requirements in developed software. Whatever client requirements are given, all the requirements are implemented or not in the software. In other words, we call software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Okay, software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Okay, so what is software testing? It is a process used to identify correctness, completeness, and to measure quality of developed software. Or software testing performed to ensure client business requirements in developed software. Or we can say software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Okay. So let us understand by a simple way I'm saying that. This is the calculator it is. So what is the meaning of correctness, completeness? Understand. Correctness means in this calculator, various components are implemented. Various components are implemented. Where I want to check whichever components are implemented, those are working properly or not. Those are working properly or not. Those are working properly or not. So suppose C button is there. Is it working properly or not? So when we are going to check whichever implemented, those are working properly or not, that is comes under correctness or validation activity also we are going to call validation activity. So what is the purpose of the calculator? To perform different kind of arithmetic operations. To perform different kind of arithmetic operations. Now I want to check it is. So now I want to check that whatever operators are required, all the components are implemented or not. Let us assume that plus operator is not given. Then are you going to say it is a complete calculator? No. So this is what the software. So testing what we are going to call here, it is a correctness. That means what are the features are implemented, those are working as per our expectations or not. I entered the 369 more. If I click on the C button, everything should be clear, zero should be displayed. Working on it as it is working. That is the correctness or validation also we are going to call. So in this calculator, suppose the plus operator is not given. Are you going to say it is a complete calculator? No. Right, but this is what the verification activity or completeness. Verification or completeness we are going to call. Right. So everything is covered on 100 requirements are games. All the 100 requirements are implemented in the software or not. Okay. Now, quality software. How we are going to define the quality software? Simon, from producer point of view. From producer point of view, producer means the team which is involved to develop the software. A team which is involved to develop the software. From producer point of view, when application fulfilled with all the client requirements and end user point of view, when application fit for use, then it is considered as quality software. Understand? From producer point of view, when application fulfilled with all the client requirements, and end user point of view, when application fit for use, then it is considered as quality software. They are considered as quality software. So, however, some major factors depends on the quality of the software. Depends on quality software, such as budget. That means when we are going to develop the software, there will be some agreements with the client. How much cost we are going to take to develop the software. Make sure the software should be developed within the specified cost it is. Within the specified cost. Second one, in time release. If client expecting the project should be complete within 8 months of time, make sure the software should be delivered within 8 months to the client it is. Third one is reliability. The reliability means two ways we are going to say. One is it should meet client requirements in terms of functionalities. That means whatever transactions client want to perform those kind of transactions, functionalities to be implemented, features should be implemented. That is the meet client requirements in terms of functionalities. So other thing, meet client expectations. In terms of speed, how quickly application is completing transactions. Is it easy to operate or not? Usability. Page layout, user interface, how the alignment of the components, user interface, security, recovery, so etc. There are the various things where we have to check. Well, the budget, in-time release, reliability. These are the factors mainly depends on the quality of the software. But first two, budget and in-time release, this both comes from the user perspective. Business analyst is the responsible to check, or project manager. Whereas reliability, these two are the technical factors which we are the responsible to check. We miss testings are the responsible to check. Okay, we are the responsible to check. Test engineers, we are the responsible. Okay. Yes, that is the introduction for the our topic software testing. So tomorrow we are going to discuss the more detailed way it is. Okay. So do you have any doubts here, anyone? So you don't worry, notes and everything I will going to take care. I will going to send it is. Now to write the running notes also. Clear notes will be given to you. Okay. So if you have any doubt, let me know it is yes. Someone asked how to register. They already given the link in the chat box. So okay. Any doubts are there? If not there, so tomorrow will continue. Thank you very much. Use the same link, which link you used to join. Tomorrow will continue the session. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. We'll start the session now. Last class we discussed about the introduction to the software testing. In that introduction to software testing, where I explained about the what is software testing, advantages of software testing, so difference among their defect, bug, and failure. So some of the major activities during the manual testing, some of the major activities software companies such as coding, testing, defect reporting, debugging, bug fixing. These are the topics which we discussed in the last class. Now, types of software testing. Types of software testing. We have the In general, we follow the two kind of approaches to test the applications. One is manual testing. The second one automation testing. There are two kind of approaches. Sir, what is manual testing? Manual testing is without using any automation tool. Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations. It's called manual testing. Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. Whereas okay, when we go for the manual testing, without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. Now, when you go for the manual testing, for manual testing, we prepare test cases and those are used to validate application. Okay, well, for manual testing, we prepare the test cases and those are used to validate the application. Okay, now example. I want to verify next button in a Gmail login page. So for this, I want to write the test case. How we can write the test case for this? Step 1, step number, step description, expected result, actual result, and a status of the step. So now this is my requirement number. So this is the next button I want to test. For that, I want to write the test case. First step. See, test case in simple English or understandable format we are going to write. Enter or click on next. If I click on next, when without entering email, what the expectation here? Error message should pop up. Right. Step 2. Enter invalid email. Then click on next. What is the expected result here? Again, error message should pop up. Step 3. Enter valid email. Then click on next. What is the expectation? No? Ask for password. Ask for password. So this is the way how we can write the test cases. So in proper format, in real time we are going to write. Later we are going to see how we can write the real time it is. Now manual testing, it will be like this. The next one I want to check. As a testing engineer, what I will do, we have to write the test cases. So then what we'll do, so by operating application, we have to observe how it's responding. Accordingly, we are going to provide the step status, test status in terms of pass or fail. So that is the manual testing. Let me show to you manual testing. What is the first step? Click on next without enter the email. So now I'm going to enter the, so without enter the email, I click on the next. We got the error message. So I'm going to say that here, error message displayed. What is the status we can give? Passed, not failed, because your expectations are matching, right? Passed. Now step 2. Enter the invalid email, then click on next. Now I'm going to enter the invalid email. Click on next. Oh, so with that some user mail ID is there. The reason I got it is some mail ID is created by someone. Okay. Invalid email I'm going to click. So here also error message displayed. Then if I enter the valid email, this is what the manual testing all about. You should ask for password, right? Like this. Now, what we can say password field, right? Pass. This is what the manual testing. Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. For manual testing, we prepare test cases and those are used to validate application. Right. But what is the major disadvantage when I go for the manual testing? What time consuming it is. Takes the more time. Right. Now automation testing. What is automation testing? Generally, any task or activity performed with help of tool or programs is called automation. Any task or activity performed with help of tool any task or activity performed with help of tool or programs is called automation. So same way, automating human activities in order to validate application. Automating human activities in order to validate application is called automation testing. Right. Automating human activities in order to validate the application is called automation testing. Right. But what are the possibilities are there for automation testing? Automation testing can be performed. Automation testing can be performed using programming languages. It is possible, no? Using programming languages or using some scripting languages. Using scripting languages or using some third party tools. Using some third party tools like Selenium or QTP or UFT, test complete, playwright, something like this. But whenever we go for the automation testing, for automation testing, we need to develop the automation test scripts. As simple as like this one diagrammatically, if you observe that. So now this is the application, this is a test engineer. What he can do, no? He will use the some tools here. In the tool, we are going to develop the automation test script. We develop the automation test script. Depends on the tool which are going to different tools, different language supports. So Selenium, you can use Java, QTP, VB script, Playwright, JavaScript, like this, different kind of tools we are going to use. But automation testing advantage, no, fast in execution. Fast in execution. An advantage. More consistency, more accuracy we are going to get when you go for the automation testing. Right. So if you want to get a job as a test engineer, so what type of skill set required for us? First thing, you should have the knowledge on manual testing concepts. You should have the knowledge on manual testing concepts. Then second thing, you should have the knowledge on any one of the automation tool, such as Selenium, one of the leading automation tool in the market. Then you should have the any one of the defect reporting tool like Jira. Any one of the defect reporting tool like Jira. So there is a different kind of skill set required for the test engineers. Okay. So these things which are going to cover. Okay. These are the first chapter of for us. Introduction to the software testing. Now, second chapter for us. Introduction to software. Introduction to software. So what are the topics we cover here? Means first, what is the meaning of software program? Then what is software? Types of software, such as product-based software, project-based software. Product-based software, project-based software. Difference among them: client, end user, and customer. Difference among the client, end user, and customer. Then types of environments. Types of environments. Then again, types of software, such as system software, programming software, then application software. So these are the topics. Okay. So software program, software, types of software, product-based software, project-based software, like this. The first one, if I go for the software program, how do you define? Set of statements, logics, and related data to perform specific task in a system is called a software program. Set of statements, logics, and related data to perform specific task in a system is called software program. If I go for simple Java program, right? Suppose like this, int a equal to 10, int b equal to 20, int c equal to a star b I given. Then system dot out dot print ln of c. Simple Java program I written. Now here we have set of statements are not. Okay. Now here, what is the task it is to perform multiplication? How do you say it is? By saying A star B is there. This is called logic. That is the logic. Which values it will go for multiplication? 10 and 20. This is what the data are values. Now see how we can define the software program set of statements or logics related data to perform specific task in a system. Now, what is the meaning of software? Software set of instructions or programs to perform particular business transactions in a system is called a software. Set of instructions or programs to perform particular business transactions in a system is called a software. Okay. Set of instructions or programs. For example, the notepad which I'm using is software. Calculator is a software. ICICIbank.com is a software. YouTube.com software. Google.co.in is a software. Now, based on development. Based on development, software can be categorized into two types. One is product-based software. Second one is called project-based software. Product-based software, project-based software. So what is the difference it is? Now here I have the assume that no? ICICIbank.com is there, gmail.com is there. Which one comes under product based? Which one comes under project based? So now understand my here. Product based software means whenever software developed based on generic or standard requirements of a particular industry or segment of people in market, then those are called product based software. Whenever software developed based on generic or standard requirements of a particular industry or segment of people in market, then those are called product based software. Example, so Gmail is not developed based on the one person or one company. They did survey in the market, base side is developed. So it is a product based software. Then ICICI Bank, that project based. That means whenever software developed based on particular client or organization requirements, then it is called project based software. Then it's called project based software. Right now, human like this it is. Difference among the client, end user, and company. Difference among the client, end user, company. Understand my here. Client, also called as customer or stakeholder. Client, also called a customer or stakeholder. Two ways we can define them. like this. It can be an organization. It can be an organization or individual person who will provide requirements to develop the software. It can be an organization or individual person who will provide requirements to develop the software. Or it can be an organization or individual person who will provide the requirements to develop the software or who will buy the license to use software in their business. In their business. Okay, well, like this. End user means a person who will use software in their business. The person who will use software in their business. End user. Third one is company. Company means it is an organization where software developed as per client requirements. As per client requirements. That's the company we are going to call. It is an organization, so where software developed as per the client requirements. Now, based on work, based on work, there are two types of companies in IT industry. One is small product-based company. Second one is service-based company. What is the meaning of product-based company? Company, company which will focus on their own products to develop. Company which will focus on their own products to develop. That is the so product based company we are going to call. Example, Google, Microsoft, Dell, HP. These are the product-based companies. They focus their own products. Now, Gold Seeker. So this comes under product-based companies. Okay, service-based company means company which will develop individual projects for individual clients. Example, if I go TCS, names Tata Consulting Services, Infosys, Essential. These are comes under service-based companies. Okay, like this. Okay, now what are the things concepts we discussed today? What is the manual testing, automation testing? Manual testing, automation testing. So, what is manual testing? Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior. Service. So next one we discussed about the introduction to software. What is software program? What is software? Types of software like product-based software, project-based software. Then difference among the client, end user, and the company. Okay, the topics we discussed. Who are already registered for this batch? Just give the number. Send your mail ID to me. So this is my WhatsApp number. Try to send your mail ID and a paid receipt also. So I'm going to add you into the WhatsApp group to share the notes. Okay.
సార్
So try
చాట్
to.
బాక్స్ లో పెట్టాలా మెయిల్ ఐడి అనేది?
So no, ఇది నా వాట్సాప్ నెంబర్ సేవ్ చేసుకుని నాకు సెండ్ చేయండి.
ఓకే సార్. అంటే సార్ రిసిప్ట్ అంటే మేము ప్యాకేజ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ సార్, అందుకే ప్యాకేజ్ స్టూడెంట్ ఉంది. ఫుల్
పే చేస్తారు, అమౌంట్ పే చేస్తుంటే పర్లేదు.
ఓకే, అంటే మీరు రిసిప్ట్ అంటున్నారు కదా, మీకు మరి ఏది పెట్టాలి? ఐడి కార్డ్ పెట్టమంటారా లేదంటే అంటే ఓన్లీ ఆ రిసిప్టే పెట్టాలా? ఫుల్ స్టాక్ జావా రిసిప్ట్ అది?
పేడ్ చేస్తుంటే ఏది ఉంటే అది పెట్టండి మా సార్.
ఓకే సార్, ఓకే.
So that is the class for us today. Monday we have the class. Tomorrow we don't have. So Monday I will continue the session. Okay. Thank you. See you on Monday. I will share the notes. Suppose I will share the notes today. Okay. So Manogna, Sujina. Hemant, is it clear, ma? Any doubts are there? Hemant or Manogna?
నో మ్యామ్, నో సార్, నో సార్.
Sujina,
It's
doubts
clear.
are there? Okay. Okay. Thank you. See you on Monday. Bye. Good evening, everyone. We'll start the session now. The last session, I explained about the course content. What are the topics we are going to discuss? These things I explained. Okay, but now Introduction to software testing, where I will go and explain to you what is software testing, advantages of software testing, difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. Some of the major activities like coding, testing, defect reporting, debugging, bug fixing. Then types of software testing, such as one is manual testing, the second one is automation testing. Manual testing, automation testing. Okay. Now, yesterday I explained about the what is software application. Generally, set of instructions or programs to perform particular business transactions in a system is called software. Like business areas are banking, insurance, telecom, healthcare, ERP, etc. Now, if you talk about the ICICIbank.com business banking, so to whom it is ICICI Bank, who is the client, right? Where client HDFC Bank or ICICI Bank, who is going to provide their inputs to the software development company, where software developed as per the client business requirements. Whenever software developed, that will be given to the separate testing team where they have to go for testing as per the requirements for that. So review on project requirements are done by the test engineers, where we have to identify the test scenarios, then we have to prepare the test cases. Then you have to prepare the okay. Now see how we can define software testing means software testing is a process used to identify correctness, completeness, and to measure quality of developed software. In other words, we can say software testing performed to ensure client business requirements in developed software. Software testing performed to ensure client business requirements in developed software. Or we can say software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Okay, now quality software. How we can define the quality software? From producer point of view, producer means the team which is involved to develop the software. From the producer point of view, when application fulfilled with all the client requirements, and end user point of view, when application fit for use, then it is considered as quality software. Then it concerns quality software. Right. However, some major factors depend on the quality software. What are the major factors depends on the quality software, such as budget. Budget means my here. So generally, when we are going to start developing the software, there will be some agreements with the client. How much cost we are going to take to develop the software. Make sure we have to develop the software within that specified cost it is. Second one, in-time release. Maybe client expecting the project within 8 months of time. Make sure we need to deliver the software within 8 months it is. Then reliability. Reliability means meet client requirements in terms of functionalities, meet client expectations in terms of speed, usability, user interface, security, recovery, etc. Okay. But as a test engineer, we are the responsible to check the these factors, client requirements and expectations. Now, what are the advantages of software testing? Advantages of software testing. So, first thing, software testing will help to deliver reliable software to the customer. So, whenever we given the right software to the customer, where we can get the client satisfaction. Whenever we got the client satisfaction, your company will get the good reputation in the market so that we can get the more orders, more business we can do. It will help to stay in a business. It will help to stay in business. Next one more. It will reduce maintenance cost for a project. It will reduce maintenance cost for a project. Okay. That what is the meaning of maintenance cost? Once we deliver the software to the client, while using software, if client got any issues with that software, to rectify those problems in software, whatever amount is going to spend, that expenditure, that expenditure we call as maintenance cost. If you tested, we given the right software, definitely client will get the less problems, low maintenance. It will help to deliver it will help to deliver a bug-free software to the customer. So these are the advantages we have when you go for the software testing, right? Software testing will help to deliver reliable software to the customer. It will help to stay in business. It will reduce maintenance cost for a project. It will help to deliver bug-free software to the customer. These are the advantages we have when you go for software testing. Now, some of the see difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. Even though I said it is demo means so subject only I'm going to discuss only free classes. Some students still have some doubts on that. They thought that they are demo session. That's the reason they are not able to join. There's a message sent to the manager. Okay. So we have to say that only two free classes, not demo. We have to say. Then only students are going to continue to attend the classes. Because other institutes also said demo means same topic they are going to discuss 2, 3, 1 week also I saw it is some institutes are going to take 1 week also the same topic they are going to explain. But not me. First one, error. What is an error means? Well, it is a human mistake which are identified in programs level or source code of the application. It is a human mistake which are identified in programs level or source code of the application. Example, it is like a logical errors and syntax errors. Okay, more like this logical errors and syntax errors. Let us see what is the difference between these two more. Actual requirement is A plus B multiplied with C. Now, when I ask the developer one, when I ask the developer one, very written like this, no? A multiply star B plus C is given. Whereas another developer 2 is written the A plus B multiplied with the C like this. Now, developer one mistake where we are going to call my here logical error. So what is the logical error means? Understand my here. That is, given instruction is understandable, but it will generate wrong output. Here it is also error here. When given instruction is not understandable. Actual record like this. This is what the so programs level identified mistakes where we are going to call errors we are going to call. As a test engineer, you are not the responsible for that. As a test engineer, you are not the responsible to identify the mistakes in the code level. Right, second one, defect. Whereas defect can also called as an issue or incident or fault. Defect can also called as an issue or incident or fault. Right. What is the meaning of that? It is a deviation between expected to actual results. In AUT, AUT means application under test. Application under test. Defect can also called as an issue or incident or fault. It is a deviation between expected to actual results in AUT application under test. Let us see my example. So I want to test the login functionality. How do you want to test here? The test case is given like this. So in my scenario here, login functionality. What is the scenario for login functionality? The test case one, verify login functionality. Verify login functionality using without data Now I'll go for testing it is. There's a project is there. To the login function. Now, without enter the username, without enter the password, if I click on the submit, see how it is going to respond. Expecting error message, right? If I go for like this, what is saying that login successfully? Login successfully. Let us see once again. Without enter the username, password values, if I click on submit, expecting unsuccessful, but login success. Their deviation or not. So what is the expected result? Unsuccessful login operation. What is the actual result? Successful login operation. What is the status of the test? Pass or fail? Fail. This is what the depend. We got deviation expected to the actual result. Now I will show one more application. Login.salesforce.com application is usually without enter the data. Okay, without enter the data, without enter the data, username, if I enter the password value only, if I click on the login, what is the expectation? Error message should be displayed. Now see me if I go for login, please enter your username. Test is passed here. Now this is the one defect earlier is there. Now they rectified, they given. Now previously what happens, no error message displayed. Just it shows that so fields are blank. The defect we are going to call. But generally, as a test engineer, whenever we identify defects, then we report to the developers. Developers are going to do the review on the defects. If developers are accepted our defects which are reported, then those are called bugs. Understand? Whenever developers are accepted our defects which are reported, then those are called bugs. What is the meaning here? That is confirmed. Okay. The defects, when developers are accept our defects which are reported, okay, that is the bug we are going to call. If they accept it. So let us see here. In this application home page, some defects are there. No? It is login function not working. See, date also incorrect. Sign on is there. Actually, sign up are required, but sign on is there. Third one. Fourth one, page is not loaded completely. Half the screen only is there, right? The fifth one here, forgot password is there. That component is missing. Okay. This type of, so how many defects we have in this space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there. Now I reported 5 defects to developers. Out of 5, out of 5, so developer accepted 4. 3, so 1 is not accepted. So login function accepted. This is accepted. Date is accepted. Spelling mistake accepted. But forgot password is not accepted. Forgot password is not accepted. Why, sir? So actually, it is not developer mistake. Client don't want the forgot password component because it is a trailing application. Forgot password feature is not required. There's a reason it is not implemented. Right, ma? There's a bug. Next, ma, failure. What is that failure means? When defects are reached to the whenever defects are reached to the end user, then it is called failure software. So that means one problem is there. We are not going to say it is a failure software. More number of defects will cause system failure. Suppose if you go for the ATM, so you are not able to get the many slips are not getting, but other transactions we can able to do. Now they are going to allow you to do your transactions. Suppose you are not able to get the slips and you are not able to withdraw amount, so you are not able to see the account back. In that case, more transactions you are not able to do some issue. Then it is called out of service they are going to put. If more operation are unable to do in ATM, right? Such a way, only one defect is there. We should not say it is a failure software. Now we have to say it is. Whenever defects are reached to the end user, then it is called a failure software. More number of defects will cause system failure. More number of defects will cause system failure. So everyone able to follow? Supraja, hmm? Anshman, Manogna is a clear one.
Yes, it's clear.
Oh. Any doubts are there? You're not clear. Let me know it is. So at least you can give the message in the chat box so that I can go for more explanation until you understand. Now, some of the major activities we'll discuss. Some of the major activities. Software. Some of the major activities in software company. So first thing more, coding. Coding means writing the programs using either programming or scripting languages in order to develop the software. It's called coding. For writing the programs using either programming or scripting languages in order to develop the software is called coding. Who is the responsible? It is performed by developers or programmers. So once the software developed, then what they do? Once software developed, that will be given to separate testing team. Once the software developed, that will be given to separate testing team where testing engineers will validate that software as per client requirements. It's called testing. Separate team will go for testing it is. Next one, defect reporting. That means as a test engineer, when we identify defects, then what we have to do? We are going to report to the developers, right? We are not going to solve it this. Okay. So that is what here notify about the defects to developers is called defect reporting. Notifying about the defects to developers is called defect reporting. Okay. It is followed by test engineers. We are reporting. Then we have the debug. What is the meaning of debugging? Analyzing source code of the application. Analyzing source code of the application in order to identify root cause for a defect is called debugging. Analyzing source code of the application in order to identify root cause for a defect. Why this defect is raised? Where they did a mistake. They have to analyze the code. That is a debugging. Suppose there is a option called file, print option is there. If I won't get the output from the printer, even though I given the print, then directly I'm not going to call the service person. No, first I need to check why it is not coming. So printer power is on or off. In my laptop, printer drives are installed or not. Our papers are there or not. Printer is connected to the laptop or we have to check it. This is what the root cause analysis. Okay, analyzing source code of the application in order to identify root cause for a defect is called debugging. But who is the responsible for this? It is performed by it is performed by developers. Developers will do code level. Then bug fixing means for modifying source code of the application in order to solve the defects is called bug fixing or bug resolving we are going to call. Modifying source code of the application in order to solve the defects is called bug fixing or bug resolving. It is performed by developers only. So these are the some major activities. Look into this diagram right here. First, we are going to get the requirements from the client. So client requirements are going to taken by the software company. So in this company, developers are the responsible where they can go for the coding. Once coding is completed, then software development that is given to separate testing team, where testings are going to test the application. While testing the software, so there is a possibility we may going to identify some defects. Whenever defects are identified, we report to the developers. That is called defect reporting. Once we report a defects developers will go for the debugging. So that will analyze the source code. Why these defects are raised? Where they did mistake, they have to analyze it is. According to that, they go for the bug fixing. They modify code in order to solve the defects. Once the bugs are resolved, then development team release a modified application to separate testing team only. So whenever everything is working fine, then only we are going to deliver the software to the client. This way it is going to be general idea how the testing where our testing comes at this level once a software developed. Okay. So that is the class for us today. Now, how the testing is going to be performed? Types of software testing. So types of software testing that we are going to discuss in the tomorrow class. Okay. Tomorrow continue the session. Okay. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye. So, Anshman, you're asking bug and fail. Is it clear, ma'am? Bug and fail. So, generally, see, defect means if tester you got some problem in the application while testing, that we are going to call a defect. If you given to the Developers are accepted. So your defects, then it is called developers are accepted your defects which you reported. Then those are called bugs. That is confirmed or valid defects. Bugs we are going to call. The failure means it is not related to the one component or one functionality. Okay, failure is not related to the one component, one function. Majority of the functionalities or majority of the components are not working, then only we say it is a failure. Failure is system related, failure software. There is no account failure functionality, right? That's what it is, difference. Clear? Anushman, is it clear, ma? Your doubt? Mass issues. So more features are not working in the software. Okay. Use the same link for tomorrow also. Okay. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.